Wait, why are people doom posting about the latest PGR character? She's beautiful, strong, and, only available for a limited time? Oh. After 6 long years, PGR has decided to add limited-time characters and equipment to their gacha system. And Liv's release marks the start of this new era that takes advantage of our fear of missing out, or FOMO. But is it really such a bad thing, or are we jumping the gun? Liv is back with her fifth frame as Liv Limpidity. Like with many PGR frame names, I had to look this one up, and it means complete clarity and transparency, or serene and untroubled. Outside the dictionary definition, however, it also has ties to Buddhism, where limpidity refers to the mind's true nature or a clear state of awareness. A lovely fit for Liv's latest transformation. Liv Limpidity has left healing behind as she is now an S-rank lightning attacker with the Dark Flow effect. And do you know who else is an S-rank lightning attacker with the Dark Flow effect? Lucia Crimson Weave, aka Alpha. Liv has completely and officially dethroned the fan favorite, and before she even had a chance to use her newfound Dark Flow power on anything significant. But don't feel too bad for Alpha. If the latest teasers are anything to go by, she'll be back before you know it with an even stronger frame. For lightning content, you'll want to pair her with the tank Nanami Star Trail and the amplifier number 21 Feral. Number 21 is available completely free through the Thunderbolt manual, though she is starting to feel a bit dated, so keep an eye out for a replacement down the line. Nanami Star Trail, on the other hand, is still an absolute powerhouse and will deal loads of damage alongside Limpidity, though Liv is stronger at equal investment. Nanami is not free, but she is an option on a permanently available selector through the Thunderbolt manual. If you haven't gotten this one-time selector yet, we'd recommend picking Star Trail. You can get it any time, so there's no rush. Just save up the 15,000 BC to get her. Now let's talk about Liv's effect team. As usual, effect-based content is really only viable in high-rank endgame zones. But if you're ready for those challenges, Liv Limpidity fits into the Dark Flow team alongside Vera Garivore and Watanabe Epitaph with his leap skills. However, dominating the battlefield isn't the only thing Liv Limpidity brings to the table. She's also useful off-field. When certain parameters are met, she can trigger a special QTE that causes time lag calculation, also known as time stop, which pauses the stage timer. Yes, you heard that right. She can stop time with her QTE. And you don't even need to evolve her to get this perk, making her an integral part of the new meta for her respective teams. With mechanics out of the way, let's talk gear. Fortunately, Liv's flowery signature weapon, while good, isn't necessary for her kit. It has the added bonus of making her rotations easier due to better orb regeneration, and more orbs means Liv can stay on the field longer, dish out more damage, and thereby increase the team's overall DPS. She can work just fine without it, but she'll get less field time as a result. If you want to see as much of Liv as you possibly can, you'll definitely want this. But if you're short on funds, rest easy knowing she doesn't need it to complete her kit. If you decide to skip her signature weapon, you can get her 5-star weapon through the recycle shop with this currency you get from doing dailies, or recycling leftover 5-star weapons. Liv also has a signature cub, Levy, a robo-pet that is kind of giving Uncanny Valley with those big moe eyes. While it doesn't offer major quality of life improvements like some cubs do, Levy does provide an ungodly damage boost for Limpidity. This is definitely a good one to pick up if you can afford it, and don't mind the terrifying anime eyes staring deep into your soul. If you want to power up Liv even more, the next step is to evolve her rank. Fortunately, you can get her to double S rank for free by getting her shards from the Phantom Pancake shop. Beyond that, you'll need to pull duplicates. One extra duplicate will get her to double S3 rank, which makes Liv's rotation smoother, increases her personal damage, and even increases her QTE damage. If you want to invest in Liv, double S3 rank is a good place to stop. But if you really love Liv and have the funds to spare, triple S rank gives her a massive power boost. Okay, so Liv is beautiful, powerful, and well-loved by fans. So why are people so angry about her debut? Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Liv, but rather her banner. For the first time in the history of PGR, Kuro Games is adding a new limited banner, starting with Limpidity, called Phylotree Nexus Research. And it's got good news and bad news. Let's start with the good news. This banner works almost identical to the regular event banners. It has the same rules, uses the same currency, yellow construct R&D tickets and black cards, has the same gacha cost, 250 tickets per pull, has the same 100% rate guarantee by 60 pulls, and best of all, it shares a pity counter with the regular themed event construct banner, so all your accumulated pulls will roll over between the two. That means if you're sitting at 59 out of 60 pulls on the event banner, you'll still be at 59 out of 60 pulls on the Phylotree banner. Phylotree Nexus even has a Fate banner option, which still sucks and I still don't recommend it. Never pull Fate banner. So, if it's pretty much the same as the regular banner, why introduce a new banner at all? Well, here's the bad news. After Liv's patch ends, the Phylotree banner disappears along with the option to get Limpidity, her weapon, and her CUB. There will be future reruns, but right now we have no information as to how often these reruns will happen. If you're used to other gacha systems, this may come as no surprise to you. Limited banners with mysterious rerun dates are par for the course. But in PGR, this is unusual. Normally, when an S-Rank's banner ends, the S-Rank will go into the beginner banner pool 2 patches after their debut. Once a year, you can even target an S-Rank of your choice, so some players will strategically skip S-Ranks and wait to pull them on the beginner banner using accrued free tickets. However, the real sticking point is the weapon and CUB. In normal banners, weapons and CUBs are permanently available. If you miss their debut, you can always pull them later. This has been great for new, returning, and free-to-play players who need more time to save up for signature gear or are building older characters. This will not be the case for Liv Limpidity. If you skip a Phylotree Nexus character, weapon, or CUB, you'll have to wait patiently for a future rerun, whenever that happens. This is a pretty obvious tactic to incentivize players' spending, and as we've seen in Kuro's other game, Wuthering Waves, this strategy does work, both for players motivated by FOMO, as well as the players who save up for a highly anticipated rerun. With the power of a time limit, even a rerun banner can be very profitable. So, will this limited banner system be the new normal for punishing Grey Raven? Well, it's hard to say for certain, but yes, I think so. In an official tweet, Kuro Games said, "Featured characters in the Phylotree Nexus research are temporarily unavailable through any other means." That's featured characters, plural. This is backed up by the fact that the Phylotree banner already has an option to switch targets. Currently, Limpidity is the only one on there, but it implies that she'll have some company later. She may be the first Phylotree banner character, but she won't be the last. Right now, we don't have enough information to fully judge this new system. Will Phylotree rerun characters come back at 100% rate, or will they be down to 70% rate like the other reruns? Will Phylotree characters be available frequently? Will they be available in future S-Rank selectors for that matter? If the reruns end up being 100% rate, that might theoretically make this banner even better than the usual ones. But for now, we don't know, and that may just be wishful thinking. So, despite the meta talk, the new banner, and the creeping tendrils of FOMO, should you pull Liv Limpidity? Let's break it down. You should pull Liv Limpidity because she is the strongest lightning character. Full stop. Stronger than Star Trail at equal investment, and way stronger than Beryl and Crimson Weave. She completes the meta Dark Flow effect team, which is niche but useful in what little content there is for it. And lastly, you may want to pull Liv Limpidity just because she's going to be hard to obtain later. This is where the FOMO comes in, and even I am not immune. Just remember that she will rerun later, we just don't know when that will be. So with that in mind, here are the reasons you may want to skip Liv Limpidity, at least for now. You're saving for a future character such as Nervatia or the recently announced new frames for Teddy, Kamui, Rosetta, or Alpha. While it used to be pretty easy to get every S rank if you played regularly, We're in uncharted waters now, so it might be safer to save up if you really have your heart set on someone. You might also skip if you want to get Ishmael Parhelian's Glittering Gotcha coding, which can be yours for 10,000 black cards. I don't really recommend this since Liv is way more useful than a cute outfit, but hey, some players prefer fashion over meta. And lastly, you might skip if you prefer using Lucia Crimson Weave. Sure, Alpha is much weaker than Liv at this point, but she does fit into the exact same niche, and she's permanently free for everyone. Plus, she just got a killer outfit. All that said, I recommend pulling Liv Limpidity if you have the means. It's the most reliable way to get her, and we have no idea when she's coming back. Fortunately, she's a good pick, and she'll make your account much stronger. However, if you can't afford her or her gear yet, don't stress too much. While we don't know the timing, she will return someday. You just have to be patient. As we celebrate PGR's 6th anniversary, Liv marks the beginning of big changes for the game. And if you want to know what's next, you'll have to watch this video, where I summarize everything important from the 6th anniversary livestream event.